Hey, what's up YouTube? Jaxx here. Hey, today I'm going to make you up some macaroni and cheese in the pressure cooker. I know you guys have been liking my pressure cooker recipes, so today I want to do my pressure cooker recipe. Take the box of that you have in your pantry of boxed macaroni and cheese and throw it in the trash and go get you some of this. We're going to make it in probably about 20 minutes, which I know is going to be less time than it would be doing the box kind. I'm going to show you what's in it. Alright, so what we're going to need is, you're going to need some macaroni, or I got large elbow macaroni in here. You're going to need a total of 1 pound, which would be 16 ounces. You're going to need 2 tablespoons of butter. You're also going to need 1 tablespoon of kosher salt. If you don't have kosher salt, then you're going to use 2 teaspoons of regular table salt. You're going to need 1 can, which would be 12 ounces of evaporated milk. You're going to need some mustard. You're going to be using about, let's see, what do I usually use? Let me look here. 1 tablespoon of mustard. I'm using just regular yellow mustard. If you want to use Dijon or something like that, more power to you. You're also going to need some hot sauce. I happen to be, just got this from Florida. It's Gator Hammock, Lethal Gator. I'm using 1 teaspoon of that. As long as you use a teaspoon of any kind of hot sauce you want. You're also going to need 20 ounces of cheese. Alright, so that's one thing I want to talk to you about. You at least need to use, at the very least, half of it, of your 20 ounces. So let's say 8 ounces, which is what's in this, of sharp cheddar. If you use anything else than 8 ounces of sharp cheddar, then it's not, in my opinion, it doesn't come out as good. So I'm using 8 ounces of sharp cheddar. I'm using another 8 ounces of hot jalapeno cheese. And I'm also using 6 ounces of grated Parmigiano. I find that's the best, for me. Also, you're going to need 4 cups of water. Alright, so let's put this stuff together. Alright, here we go. Let's put this stuff together. We're going to use the first 5 ingredients. Alright, here goes our macaroni, or our pasta. Alright, our 2 bags of that. We got our salt. Throw that in there. Next comes our 2 tablespoons of butter. Just throw that in there. I've got our hot sauce and our mustard combined here, already measured out. I'm going to put the ingredients in the description, by the way. Alright. Now, lastly, we're going to put in our 4 cups of water. And we're going to worry that around a little bit. Set your pressure cooker to 4 minutes on high, and we're going to release the pressure on its own. In other words, we're not going to let it come down on its own. We're going to release it manually. So I'll get back with you in 4 minutes and we'll see what we got. Alright, it's been 4 minutes. Now we're going to release the pressure. For all you noobs out there, when the pressure is finally done, there's this little red little dealy right here. It's going to drop. So make sure you don't open this until that red thing drops. For all you experienced pressure cookers, you'd already know that. All right, you see how it's dropped? Now it's safe to open. Let's move this out of the way over here. All right, let's give it a worry a little bit. Now what we're going to do is I'm just going to test a piece of this pasta, and I'm looking for al dente right now. And it's not al dente, it's actually cooked, but that's okay. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to add our whole can of evaporated milk in here. We're going to stir that around. Now it does look watery, and that's fine. Now while you're doing this already, your pressure cooker should basically be simmering at this point. Alright? So what we're going to do is we're going to start adding our cheese. And what I want you to do is do it a handful at a time. Don't just dump the whole thing in there because it's going to clump up. So just do it one handful at a time. Stir it around really good. After you get it stirred around, then we'll add another handful. Alright, and we'll just keep doing this until you have all your cheese incorporated. Alright, we've got all our cheese incorporated in here. You can see it's nice and cheesy. Alright, so you can serve it right now. It's ready to go. Or you can do an optional step if that's what you want to. You could transfer all this to a little pot like this and put some breadcrumbs on it, or some crackers, or Ritz crackers, or whatever to make a crust, and then you could stick it in the broiler on high, maybe 5 minutes. If you do that, I strongly recommend that you keep an eye on it, because the crust on top, whatever you're using, the crackers or the breadcrumbs or the whatever it is you're using, can go from golden brown to black in seconds. So anyway, what I plan, or you can use the torch, which is what I'm going to use. So I'm just sprinkling breadcrumbs over the top. That looks like enough for me. You see how it'll get dark quick if you leave it on there too long. I don't know. That looks pretty good to me. Smells delicious. Smells really good. Alright, let's try this. Fork or spoon, whatever you want. You gotta watch the beard. Smells delicious. Oh man, that is delicious. Let me tell you what, if you're having company come over, go ahead, take the box of Kraft macaroni and cheese, or whatever macaroni and cheese you have in your cupboard, throw it in the trash. Now I will say this, you can probably buy a box of macaroni and cheese for about 75 cents, something like that. This is going to be more expensive, but you get what you pay for. Macaroni and cheese in the pressure cooker. Do it!